So we're done with the heart. Now we go to the next chapter, chapter 20, which is the blood vessel. Okay, so this is actually part of the cardiovascular system. Remember, cardiovascular system consists of cardio, which is the heart, and the vascular, which is blood vessel. Okay, so the heart and blood vessel. And the one that is deliver or circulate on that system is called the blood. Therefore, we learn them together. The blood, the heart, and now the blood vessel. Okay, now blood vessel. Okay, blood vessel. Blood vessels are divided into two types. We have learned a little bit last time. Okay, I'm going to use different color. The blood vessel that deliver the blood from the heart to the tissue, whether to the whole body, the brain, the kidney, the lungs, and etc. So this is coming from the heart to the body tissues. It's called the arteries. Okay, so arteries are blood vessel that coming from the heart to the tissue. Okay, that's the name of the blood vessel. The second one is the one that return the blood to the heart from the body tissues. And this one is called the veins. Okay? So there are two types of blood vessel, whether arteries or veins. You get this one? Now, there are several types of arteries. There are several types of artery. We start from the biggest one. The biggest artery is called the aorta. So aorta, it is out from left ventricle. So this is the one that circulate the blood or receive the blood from the left ventricle and then circulate it to the whole body. And again, during the dissection yesterday, you know where is it, and it is the biggest one. It has the biggest circle. Okay. The second one, this is also a little bit big. It's called the pulmonary trunk. This is that out from the right ventricle. This is the one that deliver blood to the lungs. Okay? So these are the two bigger arteries that directly out from the heart. One from the left ventricle, which is the aorta, and the other one is from the right ventricle, which is the pulmonary trunk. Are you with me? Now, each of these aorta and pulmonary trunk then will be branchings into smaller arteries. You get it? Smaller arteries. So the smaller arteries will be branched either from aorta or from pulmonary trunks. They all called as arteries. Okay, the arteries. And the name will be based on where they go. If they go to the lungs, then the name will be pulmonary artery. If they go to the kidney, for example, the name will be renal artery. If they go to the ovaries and testicle, the name's going to be gonadal arteries. You see one? So the name of these arteries will be based on the organ that receive the blood from it. Okay, so this is actually branches of aorta or pulmonary trunk. Okay. Now, the next one. These arteries will be branching into many smaller arteries. And these smaller arteries will be located in the organs that receive the blood. Okay, that smallest is going to be smallest, right? That smallest artery is called the arterioles. Okay, arterioles. Or if it's only one, it's arteriole. These arteries, if only one, is going to be artery. Okay, so this arterioles is the branches of arteries. Okay, they usually located in this is special name for the blood inside the organ is called the capillaries. Okay, so these arterioles will be located in the capillary. Capillary is the site for exchange between blood and the organs. What can things that they will exchange, like oxygens, carbon dioxide, nutrients, hormones, waste material, they all will be processed or exchanged in the place called the capillary. And that capillary consists in one side is arterioles. On the other side is going to be the vein side because they are connected actually. Okay, so that's the arteries. Get it? Now, how about the veins? The same. The veins also have several types. Right? The biggest one is called vena cava. Right? There are two vena cava. The one that coming from the brains and from the arms. Okay, it will go to the right ventricle. It's called the superior vena cava. Okay. And the other one that's coming from the lower part of our body, also going into the right atrium, is called the inferior vena cava. Okay? Both of them will go or will enter into the right atrium. Okay? The next one, okay, there is a special vein that coming from the heart muscle. Your heart muscle also receive arterioles, receive oxygen, use the oxygen for contraction, what? The heart muscle. And then after they use it, then they produce carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide will go to the right atrium also. This is the poor blood. What? So the one that coming from the heart circulation or from the heart muscle is called the coronary sinus. So coronary sinus is a special vein. It is smaller than vena cava. That is actually coming from the heart muscle into the right atrium. So all of this enter the right atrium. So the right atrium receive three veins. Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and coronary sinus. All these three veins will enter the right atrium. Get it? Okay. The next type is called vein itself. It's very similar with the arteries over here, which is a smaller vein, which is branches of vena cava. Okay, vena cava is bigger. The branches of vena cava is called veins. Okay, of course, it will be located in superior and inferior. Coronary sinus is not branching, right? Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava will have many smaller veins. It's called veins, a vein itself. Okay, and of course, the smallest vein, just like this over here. So the smallest vein is called the venules. Venules. Okay. What is venules? This is branches of veins. Okay. You get this one? Now I'm gonna put a little bit how it look like. Okay. Let's say this is this is your heart. Okay. And this is the left ventricle. Okay. And then what happens? I just go to the one side only. This is the systemic circulation. Right? So you will not confuse. So you can follow the circulation easily. So from the left ventricle, then what happened? The blood will go to the biggest artery, which is aorta. Okay, which is the aorta. Now look at over here. Just right after it's out from the heart, the aorta will be branching into two branches over here, left and right. Left and right. This one is going back to the heart muscle. Okay. Now what do you call this? Just from the name, what do you call this? Smaller artery. What do you call it? What do you call the smaller artery? The branchings of the aorta. What is the name? Just general name. What is the name? Sarah? What is the branchings of aorta called? Daniel? There's an artery, right? Artery, right? It's artery. You get it? The name is artery. Now, it has special name because it's going to the heart. Get it? The name will be coronary artery. What? This is on the left side. It's going to be left coronary artery. So the name is artery, right? Which is branchings of aorta. On the right side, then it's going to be the right coronary artery. Okay? I'm explaining this, just want to make sure you know when is the aorta, which one is the artery, which one is arterioles, which one is capillaries later, right? And which one is vein, vena cava, vein, venules, capillary. Okay? Are you with me? Now, this is the right side over here, right? This is the right atrium. Okay? This is right atrium. Okay? Now, after being used by the heart muscle over here, okay, There will be capillary over here, and then the blood will return here to the right atrium. To the right atrium. What do you call this blood vessel? Special vein that coming from the heart circulation. What is the name? Come on, it should be vein, the blue color. I put blue color, mean you have to look at the blue name over there. What do you call this? Special vein that is written from the heart muscle. Coronary sinus. So this is, I'm gonna put special veins from the heart muscle. Right? Will return to the right atrium. So you have over here, gonna go here, okay, the coronary sinus. Okay, this one. Okay, now over here, then what happens? It will be curved like an arc. Over here, it's going to be curving and then going down like that. Okay? So you have the one that going up is called the ascending aorta, and then the one that curving is called the arch of the aorta, and then that's going down is called this descending aorta. You got this one? Now, from the ascending aorta is branching into two coronary arteries, right? Okay. Now, over here, it's branched into three. Okay. Into three blood vessels. Okay. So on the arch of the aorta, so this is called the arch of aorta. It's branching into three smaller blood vessels. Now, what is the name of, again, what is the general name for blood vessel that is smaller? Okay. Sarah, again. Artery. Artery. Now, it has special name because it's going to different part. So over here, on the right side, this one is called the brachiocephalic artery. Okay, it's called the brachiocephalic artery. The middle one over here, it is actually on the left side. It is called the left common carotid artery. Okay, common carotid artery on the left common carotid artery. This one over here, this is the one that go to our wings or our arm. The name's gonna be, because it is on the left side, it's called left subclavian artery. Okay, you follow this? This is going up. Now, the brachiocephalic artery will also branch into two arteries. Gonna be like that. The one that's going up over here is gonna be right common carotid artery. You actually can feel it on your neck. It's run to your neck. If you measure the pulse rate, sometimes you can also measure it from common carotid artery. The right side or the left side. This one will be right subclavian artery. Okay? This common carotid artery, left and right, will go to the brain. So let's say this is brain. I will not make a picture or drawing a capillary in the brain because it's very small space, but I'm gonna give you example of capillary on the other organ. We're gonna use another bigger picture on the other side. But there will be capillary in the brain. Right? The same thing, the one that go to the arm, there will be capillary in your arm muscle. Right? The same thing with the right and the left side. You follow this one first, right? Now, we're gonna make an example of capillary over here. This one, the one that's going down, is called the descending aorta. Okay, so you have ascending aorta, arc of the aorta, and descending aorta. So there are three parts of aorta: ascending, arc, and descending. Okay. The one that going down, of course, will go to many organs in our body. Your kidney, your liver, your stomach, a lot of them. Right? Therefore, there will be a lot of arteries that coming from the descending aorta. Let's say take one of them. Okay? Let's say take one of them. I'm gonna make it longer. Let's say it's actually not that long like this. Okay, just to be able to drawing a bigger picture over there. Now, let's say this is the one that go to the kidney. Let's say this is kidney. Okay, kidney. Now, what do you call again the smaller artery that branches from the aorta? Artery, right? But because it's going to the kidney, the name's gonna be ren. Ren means kidney. This is scientific name for the kidney. It's gonna be renal artery. Okay, so it's gonna be left and right. You have two kidneys, right? There will be right. Let's say this is the left. Right? This is left renal artery. Okay, now this artery will be branching into what? Smaller. Smaller, smaller blood vessel. Okay, what do you call this smaller blood vessel? The smallest one on the artery side. I still using the red color, right? What is the name? Selina? What is the smallest artery? What is the name? Number 4? Arterioles, okay? Arterioles, okay? So this one, arterioles. So many of them. Very, very small. Okay? Now, over here, because this is kidney is an organ, what? It consists of tissue. Tissue consists of cell. So you're going to have a lot of cells over here. Okay, cell. Oh, I'm going to use different color for cell. Okay. So a lot of cell over here. Cell. Okay. So this is the one that's going to be receive something from your blood and return the waste to the blood. Okay. So the blood will go this way. What? This is how the blood is going. Let's say, boom, going that way. Okay. This is the arrow that's showing the blood flowing. Are you with me? over here, then it's gonna be spread it into this arterioles. Are you with me? Now, it will give whatever the cell needed, like glucose, hormone, oxygen, etc. Get it? So, this cell will receive a lot of things, okay, like oxygen, glucose is coming from this red side, which is coming from the arteriole side, the arteries side. Now, what happened after they use that oxygen, for example? They're gonna produce the waste. One of the waste, which is the carbon dioxide, it's gonna be returned to the blood circulation. Therefore, you're gonna have the blue side over here. The blue side. The blue side is the when it receives the waste or and combine into let's say like that. Okay. Now, my question is, what do you call the smallest vein over here? That's just actually continuation of the arterioles. They continue actually. They continue. There is nothing between them. It's just continue. This is the same pipe. Okay? But one pipe, one side giving something, the other side receiving something from the cell. Get it? You get this one? Now, what do you call the smallest vein over here? Daniel? Venules. So this is venule. Okay? This is venule. Okay? Are you with me? Now, the whole thing over here, the place when there is exchange, is called capillary. See this one? Capillary is actually the place in the organ where there is exchange. And it will be consist of what? Consists of arterioles, venules, and the tissue together. All of them. It's called what? Capillary. Sometimes people also call it capillary bed. So capillary bed is the same thing, which is the place for exchange inside the organ. Now, venule will combine together to make a bigger. So actually, the blood will be flowing like this, here, going here, and then going to the vein, and finally going to here, and this going to the right atrium. Go here. This is coming from left ventricle. Going to do this. Okay, so the blood return here, over here, return. Therefore, vein is considered as the blood vessel that returning the blood to the heart. Now, what do you call this? What you call the combination of venule? This is gonna be bigger a little bit, bigger vein. What is generally called? Vein. But it has name because it is coming out from the kidney. What is the name gonna be? Renal vein. And because this is coming from the left side, it's gonna be left renal vein. You with me? Okay. Now, there will be other arteries over here. A lot of them, arteries. They all will, let's say, go to different organs. So it's going to be different capillaries over here. It's going to be red side. Then it's going to be blue side. Are you with me? So it's going to be all vein out from this, out from here, 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 making a bigger vein. Now, what do you call this biggest vein that's coming from all different capillaries of the organ? Sini, what is the name of the biggest vein? The number one over there, what is the name? Vena cava. Now, because it is coming from the lower part of our body, what do you call this? Inferior. Inferior vena cava. And this one will go where? Boom. Go to the right atrium. Are you with me? The same thing from the top over here, from the brain. There will be also from the brain and from our arm. The vein will combine and also will going down to the right atrium. Okay, so this one is inferior vena cava. The one that is coming from the brains and from the arm is called the superior vena cava. Right? And all of them going to the same chamber, which is the right atrium. And again, the right atrium will receive 3 veins, right? From the top is called the superior vena cava. From the bottom is called the inferior vena cava. And from the heart circulation is called the coronary sinus. So make sure you do get it. Okay, there's 3 veins that enter into the right atrium. It will be in the exam, believe me. Okay, so there are 3 veins that enter into the right atrium from the brain and from our arm through the superior vena cava. From organs below our body, it will be going through the inferior vena cava. And from the heart circulation, it's become what we call the coronary sinus. So 3 veins. And all of them carry poor or rich blood. All of them carry poor or rich blood. Serena, poor or rich? We use that blood. No, because we already use the oxygen. We don't have, let's say oxygen is money, we don't have any more money. So it will be poor. Okay? It will be pure. Poor, not pure. Poor. No oxygen. Okay? So it's going to be poor blood over here. Poor blood. Okay? It starts from rich blood. Okay? This is rich blood over here on the ventricle. Why it's become poor? Because we spend it in the capillary. Okay? We spend our money in capillary. There are so many capillaries. Okay, every organs they will have their own capillary. Okay, do you have questions so far? And this is what we call the systemic. Okay, so by drawing this, you actually learning the blood circulations that start from the left ventricle to the finish to the right atrium. It's called the systemic circulation. Okay, so this is systemic circulation. Okay, so this is at least you know some of the blood vessel that involved in this systemic circulation. Start from the aorta, the ascending arch, descending, branching into 2 coronary arteries, on the arch into 3 brachiocephalic, left common carotid, subclavian. Over here, there are so many arteries, okay? And then written it as inferior vena cava. From the top, superior vena cava. From the heart circulation, coronary sinus. That's systemic circulation. Now, how about the other one? Okay, this is the one that going to the lungs. It's called the pulmonary circulation. Okay, pulmonary circulation. Okay, so you're gonna be start from the right ventricle. Okay, the right ventricle. Just remember the right ventricle receive the blood from the right atrium. Okay, from the right atrium. So the blood over here will be rich or poor. Will be rich or poor on the right ventricle. Poor, because what? We use it. No more money. So it's gonna be poor blood. Therefore, this blood has to be delivered to the bank. We have to get money from the bank. What is our money? What is our bank for oxygen? Daniel, the lungs. Lung is our bank for oxygen. So, therefore, then it will go to the lungs. Okay, go to the lungs. Now, what? Anybody remember what is the name of the artery? This is the other bigger artery that go to the lung. What is the name? The one that go to the whole body is called the aorta. The one that go to the lung is called? No, superior vena cava is a vein, not artery. Pulmonary trunk. Okay, so this is pulmonary trunk. Pulmonary trunk. So pulmonary circulation is very simple. It's not as complex as the systemic circulation because it's only one organ that they go, which is the lungs. Now, over here, it will be branching into left and right because we have right and left lungs. Now, this is the right, so it's going to be right. This is left. Now, what do you call it, Sarah? This artery. What artery? Pulmonary artery. It's going to be right pulmonary artery, right? This one is going to be left pulmonary artery. Are you with me? Now, I'm going to just draw the right side because we have bigger space over here. So over here, boom, going to the lungs. Let's say this is the lungs. Okay. And what happened? Of course, it's going to be branching into smaller. What you call the smaller artery? The smallest artery? Arterioles. Arterioles. Boom, boom. Right side over here. Okay? And then this arterioles, of course, in the lungs, we have a lot of cell also. Cell. Including we have a lot of space for oxygen. So what happened? These arteries will release the carbon dioxide, right? The waste into the lung. Okay? And then, where is the other side? Blue side. Blue side. And combine. Now, what do you call the blue side over here? The venules. The venule. And what happened here? The lungs will give the oxygen to the vein. It's become vein. And then this vein will go back to the, look like this. To this side. The other side over here. Okay. There are actually two, just for your information, two that coming from the right side, and there is another two that coming from the left lung. So totally there are 4 veins actually enter but all of them will have the same name. Will have the same name. Now, what do you call the veins that coming from the right lungs? Anybody? What do you call the vein that coming from the right lungs? Right pulmonary vein. So it's gonna be right pulmonary vein. This is also right pulmonary vein. This is gonna be left pulmonary vein. This is another left pulmonary vein. There are 4 veins that enter into the left atrium. Left atrium. Okay? Get it? And this blood that's coming from the lungs will be rich blood, right? A lot of oxygen in it. Now we are rich. We have a lot of money. We have to spend it. It's going down to the left ventricle. And what happened? Now we're going here. Systemic circulation to spend our money. We're going to pour again. We'll be poor again. Going back to the right side. Go to the bank. Just like that. Every day, your life, the hard life is just like that. Get money, spending it. Get money, spending it. Get money, spending it. Now, what happened? You have problem with your lung. Let's say you have asthma. You have a bronchitis. What happened with your bank? Will you have enough money in your bank if you have disease like lung disease? That's actually what happened. What? You die. The easy way. Somebody have the lung cancer. What happened with them? What happened with people with the lung cancer? What happened actually? They don't have enough oxygen. Because what? Because their lung damaged. By what? By the cancer cell. Now what happened if they have that problem? Usually, they will die. The lung usually collapses. Collapse, yeah. So there is a genetic disease called the cystic fibrosis. Have you ever heard? Cystic fibrosis, usually children, they usually don't live long. They will die during the childhood. Because what? Their lung doesn't function. They have problem with the channel, chloride channel on their lung cell. It's very thick. It's very difficult to breathe. Therefore, they don't have enough money on their lungs. Okay? So do you have question for this one? Anybody? You clear that, right? This one, systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation. Now, the circulation of the blood in the heart itself, it is coming from the left and right coronary artery going to the heart muscle, blowing and going over. They have also special name. It's called the coronary circulation. Okay, so coronary circulation. But if you see the place of this coronary circulation, is actually part of the systemic circulation. So systemic circulation will also include this coronary circulation. This is, the scientists, or mostly this is for medical terminology, because the heart is very important. Then they learn special with the heart circulation. Therefore, they give special name for this is called the coronary circulation. Because sometimes there are so many things that can block the arteries that go to the heart. Therefore, you have what? You have whether CAD, CVD. It's the same name actually. What is that? Cardio-arterial disease. And there's a blocking in the artery. Or cardiovascular disease. This is the same. There is a block on the blood vessel. And this is usually, when they do that, usually they refer into these circulations in the heart muscle. Therefore, they have special name. It's called the coronary circulation, which is actually part of the systemic circulation. Okay? Do you have questions so far? What time is it now? Hey. One more. about capillary. Okay, this is capillary over here. Capillary. There are 3 types of capillary. Okay, there are 3 types of capillary, which is gas exchange or material exchange in the body organ or tissue. Okay, the first one is called the continuous capillary. This is continuous capillary. It is present in most organs. Okay, most organs in our body will have continuous capillary type. In this continuous capillary type, okay, usually material exchange, like maybe glucoses, okay, hormones, amino acid, smaller proteins, lipids, okay, and the gas exchange, which is oxygens and carbon dioxide. This is also electrolytes, okay, like ions, calcium, potassium, sodium. It is happening in the continuous capillary, which is all of them, all of this material considered as a small molecules. Okay, so the one that they exchange is very small molecules. They will not exchanging bigger molecule like protein. Mostly will be not exchanging in this type of continuous capillaries. Right? The second one, the second one is called fenestrated capillary. Okay. Let's say it's continuous capillary. It gonna be like this. It's very smooth. Okay? There is no holes in the wall of the capillary or the wall of the blood vessel. But in fenestrated capillary, let's say like that, there will be some holes in it. Okay. Therefore, bigger materials can be exchanged. Okay. So this one, the fenestrated, okay, usually in the kidney. So our kidney, why it's required or has fenestrated capillary? Because the kidney filter the blood, remove the waste from our body. There are some waste material that is bigger, like albumin, the proteins. They need fenestrate. Fenestrate means small hole. So kidney have this type of capillary. So bigger materials can be exchanged, like proteins. Albumin, for example. You actually will measure your urine contents during the, I don't know what lab activity. You're gonna measure what you have in your urine. Do you have proteins in it? Do you have glucoses in it? And etc. So this is actually measuring the kidney function. And the last one, this last one is called the sinusoid. Sinusoid type of capillary. Sinusoid capillary. And this is how it looks like. It's actually have a very big hole. So the capillary has a very big hole over here. That will allow the cell also move. You have a red blood cell which is big, considered to other material. They can move in to this capillary. Where it is located? This is located in the place that make the blood, which is the red bone marrow. So cell like red blood cell can be moved in to the capillary because red bone marrow making the blood cell, including red blood cell, white blood cell, platelets. Then it has to be enter into the capillary, into the blood vessel. Therefore, it's require bigger hole. This capillary is called the sinusoid capillary. It is present in very special place, which is the red bone marrow. Okay, so again, most organ have continuous, kidney have fenestrated, red bone marrow have sinusoid type of capillary. And it is based on what they exchange. Okay, anybody have question for this one? If not, I think we done mostly for this chapter. Maybe a little bit structure of the blood vessel. What is the difference between artery and the vein? How they different? We're gonna continue that next week. Okay, on Tuesday, we're gonna talk about the structure of the vein and the artery. You have a good weekend. See you on Tuesday.